All right, going to be taking a look at stock ticker symbol ELED, currently down 25%. You guys opened up today at 0535 and currently at 0389. What a pullback here we see going on. We'll talk about that here in a second. But that being said, the last time that we went over the stock is going to be quite a while ago. It seems like it was yesterday, but it wasn't. Right here where that red line is, that's going to be the last time that we've looked at the stock. And if I can put in the exact price to give you a better idea, right here, right at that 10-day simple moving average, we were watching that one bouncing nicely. Beautiful move here, coming down to the 20-day simple moving average. A nice setup here. And I said even on the 21st, which is going to put you guys right here, the previous day. That was going to be Friday and Monday. Okay, so on Friday, I said right here, I said 0095 could be setting up for a run here. Resistance is going to be at 27 and 540, so those are going to be those levels then. But then on the 24th, I said 0148, gap at 95 and 0103. Resistance at 016002, support at 0143, 0130, break 0160. This will move fast, in my opinion. So that's the last time that I went through this one for the analysis, and we went through this one together on 421. With that being said, what happened up here, you guys had this big move, right? Up here at the top. RSI was hitting 85. And right there when it gets to that level, when I would start watching for a pullback, we've seen that over here. Now, there's a few things here that happen up here at the top. Okay? A gap up definitely played a role in this one, in my opinion. Penny stock gap ups don't do this. Go check that out on YouTube. But most importantly, the RSI. The RSI at 85, outside the upper Bollinger Band as well. And then you have a gap. You're going to have the three big things here that you wouldn't want to see. The gap, RSI, overbought. And you see what happened here. 0390 right now pulling back on 25 million shares and trading 25 million in shares. Right now it is 11:15 a.m. Eastern. You guys still have quite a ways to go here. In my personal opinion, if that buying pressure does not return, this will more than likely pull you down the 10-day simple moving average, and that is going to bring you guys around the 0256. I personally think that is where it's headed with how overbought this was and the way that this one's set up. But overall, don't take me wrong on this, that I believe in the way that I see this here. I do like what I see here in the chart. Okay, so if you're up here in the top, I'm sorry, but down here, everything else, really nice setup here that you don't see every single day. Again, this is one that we were watching back at 0028. So let that sink in. 0028. And then, yeah, we start really watching this one in the beginning of April. So you guys have been way up since. That's what we'll be watching for. I would let it cool down here for a few days, let it pull back, chill out, bounce off that 10. And we'll let Joe come in.
All right, so I'm just looking to see if there's news as well. I was just looking at their latest quarterly, or their actual yearly. All right, so they had this on. Let's see. I'm not sure if we went over this. The 10K was received on April 17th, so I just pulled it up really quick.
We went over it on the 21st. So
yeah,
you probably did.
Right, so I did. Yeah, so there's really nothing new, since the last time we went over this company.
Well,
so if you're looking at,
hey, just go ahead and read. I mean, a lot of people like it when you read about this one.
yeah. You probably, well, let's see. They said we had an equity deficit of $13,300,927 and a working capital deficit of $13,087,377, and that's as of December 31st, 2016, and have reported net losses of $3,455,227 and $2,995,626, respectively, for the years ended December 31st, 2016 and 15. All right, so I went down to their basically that's on page 11. So you just kind of scroll down and I seen their sales. So their sales decreased 19% over, between 2015 and 16. So they had $543,036 in 2015, with a 2016 being $439,278. So it's like a negative of $103,000. a 19% decrease. Their cost of revenue is down as well. Let's see, the net loss. So for 2016, they had a net loss of $3,455,227. So it said that sales revenues decreased by $103,758 during the year ended December 31st, 2016, compared to 2015 due to the overall lack of funding necessary for development and product launch costs. Cost of revenue decreased proportionally more than the decrease in revenues due to the overall effort to keep all costs as low as possible. Yeah, so that was, that's that. So let's see. The decrease in operating expenses was driven by overall decreases in costs as we tried to control spending due to lack of operating capital. During the year ended December 31st, 2016, interest expense increased approximately $600,000. The increase is due to additional debt of approximately $2,100,000. So I mean, let's see. We have generated positive cash flow from operations in any year. So they have not generated any positive cash flows in any year since inception. Accordingly, our sources of liquidity may include potential debt and/or equity offerings. We believe that our principal difficulty in our inability to successfully generate positive cash flows have been a lack of available working capital to operate and expand our business. So we believe Energy will need a minimum of approximately $2 million in additional working capital to utilize for a development and launching of new products. So that's that. I mean, there's more obviously into this. I mean, that's only on page 12, and there's, let's see, like 40, 50 pages, 40 some pages over there. All right, so if you want to continue doing your due diligence on ELED, just go right over to that ExeLED Holdings Incorporated board on Investors Hangout. From there, you'll see the company profile, the time and sales, the recent news, the filings, the financials, the buy rating. And as always, if you have an opinion on the company, feel free to share it with the tens of thousands of like-minded investors that we have used in the site daily.
All right, ELED. Thank you, Joe. 0390 could continue pulling back to the 10-day simple moving average if buying does not pick up. Support is 035003 and 0256. 0256 is where that 10-day is. Resistance at 0405. If you guys are watching this one or follow ELED, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. We'd appreciate it. And we'll continue to watch this. ELED. Join us live, investorshangout.com/live.